Hey everybody, it's Mr. Hauser. Thank you for joining me. So I'm still outside. How can you pass this out, right? Get back to, there we go. All right, so I'm going to continue with our read alouds. So we're reading books by Peter H. Reynolds. So hopefully you have enjoyed the other two that we've done. We read The Dot, and then we also read Playing from the Heart. Today I'm going to share one with you that I especially like, given that all the word work lessons that I like to create and the phonics dictionary that I have my classes do, which are really just a lot like this character. So it's called The Word Collector, and it's Peter H. Reynolds, The Word Collector. The Word Collector. Collectors collect things. Some people collect stamps. Some people collect coins. Others collect rocks. Some collect art. Some collect bugs. Others collect baseball cards. Some people collect comic books. And Jerome, what did he collect? Well, you know from the title. Jerome collected words. He collected words he heard. My trip to Peru was perfectly pleasant. Peru. Certain words caught his attention. He collected words he saw. Willow, tea shop, writing willow. Certain words jumped out at him. He collected words he read. Emerald from The Wizard of Oz. Certain words popped off the page. Short and sweet words like spark, bloom, drift, and dream. Two-syllable treats like treasure, motif, whisper, candid, hover, and glimmer. And multi-syllable words that sounded like little songs. There were words he did not know the meaning of at first, but they were marvelous to say. Aromatic, vociferous, effervescent. There were words whose sounds were perfectly suited to their meaning. Molasses, torrential, Tyrannosaurus Rex, smudge, bellow. Jerome filled his scrapbooks with more and more of his favorite words. Jerome's collections grew. He began organizing them. Dreamy, science, sad, action, poetic. One day, while transporting them, Jerome slipped and his words went flying. As he began to pick them up, he noticed his collections had become jumbled. Big words next to little words, sad words next to dreamy words. Jerome began stringing words together. Words he had not imagined being side by side. Whisper, symphony, electric peace, savor, dreams, cascading stars. He used his words to write poems. He used his poems to make songs. They moved, they delighted. Some of his simplest words were his most powerful. I understand. I'm sorry. Thank you. You matter. Jerome eagerly collected more and more of his favorite words. The more words he knew, the more clearly he could share with the world what he was thinking and feeling and dreaming. One breezy afternoon, Jerome climbed the highest hill, pulling a wagon packed with his word collection. He smiled as he emptied his collection of words into the wind. He saw children in the valley below, scurrying about, collecting words from the breeze. Jerome had no words to describe how happy that made him. And that's the end. So at the end, there's a little part that says, reach for your own words. Tell the world who you are and how you will make it better. By Peter H. Reynolds. So the word collector. Sure, there's definitely reasons that young students should be collecting words in order to build their vocabulary, to learn the patterns that will help them figure out our language and be able to be successful readers and writers. But there's also a lot of value. There's also a lot of value in how it feels when you know words, when you know the words that you can use and you know the words that other people understand. It makes me think of my son, who's almost 3 years old, and this past year has been a lot of growth for him in learning language. And I've noticed that he's just a lot happier being able to express what he feels, express himself in new words. When he's trying to get something or ask a question and he doesn't know the words or isn't understood by us, he would get frustrated. And that's, that comes from people of all ages. When we're not understood, it can be frustrating when we can't communicate our ideas. So how can we fix that? We can learn words. Get out there and really absorb words and understand the magic that comes from specific words and new words, the fun, excitement from new words. And like the book shows, the words can come from everywhere, from what people say to what we might read to what we might hear in a show or movie. Words are all over the place. Sometimes they pop off the page, sometimes they just sound really cool. And pay attention to those words and build up be your own word collector. What I hope happens here is that you'll realize that with more specific words and being able to express yourself more, you'll be more clear. You'll be able to read books that you couldn't read earlier, and that'll make you happy because you'll understand what's happening. And so really pay attention to those words and try and understand what words are, all right? And how you can link them and connect them in order to understand new words, because that makes our communication easier, and it just makes us more happy if we're able to understand what people are trying to communicate to us, and when we trying to communicate what we want with other people. All right. So the word collector. I hope you enjoyed it, just like the other Peter Reynolds books. And I've got one more for tomorrow, so keep your eyes out for that. And I hope you enjoy it. All right. Thanks. Bye.